Welcome to another Genshin Impact Serenity Pod video, fellow travelers. Today I bring you the entire interior of the Inazuma Mansion in two codes. One code for the Europe server and another one for the Asia server. I worked very hard to make every room in this mansion to feel cohesive and fun. And I worked very hard to get all of the furnishings in my Asia account, so I hope you enjoy this. So yeah, it took me many days to make, and I'm really happy about the results, so I cannot wait to see what you guys have to say. Here are the codes and all the items that you need to craft the entire mansion decoration of all the rooms. You can ignore like the stairs and the doors and stuff like that because it comes with the mansion, even though it counts as a furnishing. So don't get scared, it's not that many furnishings. Also, you'll see there is another figure that is present in the replica I'm showing, but I don't have it in the Asia server, so it's missing. So you'll have to place it yourself. You know where to get it, right? From Joy Media's second story quest. I just didn't get there yet on my Asia account because I'm kinda streaming the process on this channel on YouTube. I play some Saturdays, so if you want to join, I don't play every Saturday, but I do try to make some progress every now and then. So yeah, I didn't want to rush to get the Arara figure, but you know where to place it. I hope you like the kitchen that I made. I made a Kotatsu room, 2 bedrooms. I decorated the lower part of the hallway and the upper part of the hallway as well. I made the Kotatsu room the home for a little cat, and I used the double room upstairs to make a little bit of a living room, and I enjoyed making it very much, even though it looks a little bit empty, but we all know why that is. That room has the same load capacity as the smaller rooms. I really wish they shared, the load from this tiny hallway. It has so much load capacity. I wish they could share it with the double room because it really needs it. And yeah, I'm so happy that I finally released my first dual release of a Serenity Pod code, and I hope you enjoy the video as much as I enjoyed making it, because I put so much love into it and I hope it shows. I'm so happy, guys, so happy. Now I'm going to show you how I made everything, so get ready. So we are going to start with what I want to call the calligraphy corner, and we are going to use some orange rugs to fake some tatami floor. I am aware that the smaller rooms already have tatami floors, so you might be wondering why I'm doing this, and it's because the main hall feels a little bit homogeneous in the terms of the floor. It's all the same, and we don't really have Inazuma rugs at all, so I decided to use this to make the illusion of breaking this whole area into smaller pieces, so that the calligraphy corner feels like a separate area from the rest of the entrance of the main hall. Here I wanted to place the armor. I think it gives it like, I don't know, it accentuates a little bit of the symmetry, making like a breaking point in the middle, and there's where we place the calligraphy table. It's a Liyue furnishing actually, but I think it looks, I don't know, I think it looks appropriate. And we are going to continue with the symmetry with these 2 tables with lots of little trinkets on top, but we are not going to keep it exactly symmetrical. We are going to break the symmetry with a small bit of the decorations, as you will see in just a moment. Not make it feel like copy and paste one side and the other side. So we have the katanas on the left side, and on the right side I placed that folding screen in a way that doesn't cover the windows, and I think it kinda makes the illusion of a rounded corner, which I really like and I've been using a lot. I also placed some lamps on each side, and the finishing touch is that makeshift shelf I made on the left side, which is the only good difficult part. It's not really difficult. You just need to know how to float ornaments indoors, which is really simple. You just need a kind of surface for the ornaments to sit on top of, and to like push the ornament to the limits of the surface, and they will float for you. And I made like a shelf using the arrow boxes and that coral decoration to finish this area. I hope it looks like a little bit of a traditional corner with some military items as well as some calligraphy and meditation vibes. So now we are going to move into the very entrance of the mansion, which is going to be a very simple set of decorations, which consist of two different folding screens, a table for some plants, a drum, the pot that allows us to change the music in the house, a wall scroll, and some katanas, which I think look great. This is all my preference. I'm not sure if you will like it, but here you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and I think you will have no problems following this. So moving on, we are going to start making what I want to call the Genius Invocation TCG and the corner, which is just what you see when you enter the mansion. It's the thing that is closest to the wall, and it's going to be a little bit of a nerd corner, a folding screen that separates the people that are having fun with the TCG match from the rest of the area, so the people coming from the hallway are not directly seeing the people playing the TCG. It's just a little bit of imagination as an excuse. Don't worry. And we are going to place some of the other cushions to sit. They are not real seats, but I like them the most. And next to the TCG corner, we are going to make a little decoration for the room that goes to the right of this little corner, which is just going to be one of those really big Liyue plants and a shelf with some plant pots on top of it. You will need to know how to use the floating ornament technique, which I'm going to do again in front of you, so don't worry. You just need a surface and to push the ornament against the edge of the boundary. And next we are going to make the little snacking corner that is at the other side of the folding screen at the entrance. It's just a cupboard, a table, some seats for the table, a tea set, a bowl of fruit, and a wall scroll. And yes, I did go to the desert of Sumeru to get that bowl of fruit on this account, and I'm not even ashamed. Overall, it's a very, very easy corner to make, and I don't think you will have any issues with this. Really, indoors decoration is simple. Just plop the items, there is no complication. But I guess seeing the order of operations might be useful. Now we are going to decorate the hallway that goes to the staircase that leads us to the second floor. The decorations are simple. We are going to place a cloth hanger and a Liyue scroll on the wall next to the room, and at the end of the hallway we are going to place another Inazuma wall scroll, a small bookcase, a little lamp to illuminate the area, one of the Tanuki toys, and we are going to make another fake shelf using the cloth hanger as a surface just to float it, but we are not going to place said cloth hanger. I think it's easy, and I think it makes the whole way a lot more interesting. And to finish the main hall, and before we move into other rooms, we have the final touch, what I wanted to call the centerpiece of this room, which is the multi-layered table showcasing Hanachiru Sato's mask. If you want this mask and don't know where to get it, you have to finish the Sacred Sakura Cleansing Ritual wall quest and talk to one of the shrine maidens that is next to the entrance of the teleport to the Grand Narukami Shrine. She will give you the mask if you ask about the cleansing ritual. So the mask is the most important part of this piece, and we are going to surround it with little fox statues, a couple of lamps, lots of flower pots, a katana rack, which I thought kinda masked a little bit the fact that it's two tables from the front. I don't know if it works, I think it does, but I'm not sure. And some of those amulets with the little fans, the orange decorations. I think it's a little bit crowded, a little bit excessive, but I wanted all of the attention to go to that table when you enter the mansion, and I think I succeeded. Let me know in the comments if you like it or if you thought. I definitely went in for this piece with lots of symmetry, so it's a very simple thing to recreate, but at the same time it has so many elements, so it looks complicated, but it really is not. And so now we are going to make a kitchen with a dining area. It's a very simple kitchen, and I made sure to include in it the little cooking pot so you can actually cook in it. So I wanted it to be a little bit practical, but if you want to make this place more full of decorations and you want to forego the cooking pot, you can just remove it and add more stuff to it if you want it to be more full. I just thought the kitchen wouldn't be complete without the cooking pot. So the kitchen area has a little bit of a cupboard with plates and a couple of decorations next to the counter. A little book for the manager of the cafeteria to take note of orders, a couple of decorations on top of the counter, and I chose to put some of the pictures from the hangouts as the decoration for the walls, because I thought it would look more homely. I don't know. The dining tables have a little bit of a tea theme, because we don't really have that many Inazuma food items, and I just placed 4 chairs this time. I found it very important to use the folding screens to separate the kitchen from the dining area, so it feels like 2 separate spaces. And also I placed another table with a symmetry theme with little decorations in it to balance the room and make it feel cohesive. And I chose the red plants because I thought it would look very balanced with the other red items in the room. And you have to know how to do the floating trick on that one lamp I chose to use as the middle partition, but it's easier than it looks, no worry. And finally, I added another cupboard to the dining area to break a little bit the symmetry in a not so striking way. And that's about it. That's the kitchen. Hope you enjoyed it. Next, a Kotatsu Room. I meant this room to be a little bit of a messy corner to just relax, have some tea, read some light novels, and just lounge around. So I made it as cozy as I could. I added many of those shelves with books, and I also made sure that this place had like a little bit of a table for tea, because relaxing at the Kotatsu cannot be without tea and some oranges to peel. I also added a cat tower because I decided that I wanted this Kotatsu room to also be the house for one cat. So if you don't agree, you may remove it, you may not place the cat. I just felt like it. I just thought it was so cute to have like a cozy room and add a space for a cat. The final table in the video, it has an empty space, and it's because I don't have the Aranara figure from Yoimiya's second story quest in my Asia account, but I had it on my Europe account, so that's what the space is for, and you know where to get it. I'm sorry that it's not included in the code, but it is what it is. I think it's fine. The next room is a bedroom. It may look a little bit similar to the Kamisato style bedroom that I made on February of last year, but it's just because it's the same room in the mansion, and because I'm repeating a lot of the furnishings, because obviously there's only one Inazuma bed. I'm still not sure why they never gave us like a futon. They gave us a Western style bed only. I'm not sure why, but I think I made a good enough effort to make it different from that one bedroom that I made and still feel like a bedroom. I put so many katanas in this bedroom. I think subconsciously I was still thinking about the Kamisato bedroom. I don't know if I should have done that, but they are really nice looking. What can I say? And as always, we are abusing that folding partition with the lamps. It's just too beautiful to not use. And even though I have used Liyue and Sumeru furnishings, I'm trying not to use those. Like, I could use Liyue partitions, but I'm not trying to, so bear with me. And yeah, next to the table we have some figurines, and I went out of my way to make it happen so that I could place a fish plushie on top of the bed. Don't ask me why, I just really felt like having that fish on top of the bed. But yeah, and it has a little bit of a tea table for guests, but it's like this room is not meant for like having tea and stuff. It's just like, oh, if you have a guest, you can invite them for tea, but this place is for sleeping, and I hope I did a good job making it. So next we have the decoration of the corridor. It's a really small corridor compared to the corridor in other mansions, but it has the same load as in the other mansions. That means you can cram a lot of stuff in this corridor, even though it's really small. I did not plan it to have companions, but even though with all the decorations that I decided to place, in the end I finished decorating and there was still space for I think about 4 companions, so you can place people here if you want for the friendship farming. But yeah, it's a really simple corridor because it's just so small. Even though we had so much allowance, it's just too small. So I decided to make a table with a lot of plants and some difference in the height of the decorations, as you can see, because it's the first thing you're going to see when you go upstairs. And also I decided to place a little tanuki on top of a shelf because I thought it looked very hilarious. I don't know what else to say. I did a makeshift small table using 2 nightstands together. I did this in one of my previous designs that I already uploaded to YouTube, but it didn't have a code because I made it back in the day when the codes didn't exist. I decorated the walls with a picture from a hangout and a little scroll from Liyue, and I thought, even though there's so much space, in the end it's a corridor. It's made for you to be able to traverse from one point to another, so I didn't want to make it super cramped, but I wanted to make use of as much of the load as possible. In the end it was still green load, so you can still place companions here or pets or I don't know, more things if you want. I'm sorry if this corridor is a little bit disappointing. So this room is in the 2nd floor and it's going to be a 2nd bedroom. This time though it's going to look a lot more playful and a lot less solemn. I don't know if that's the word that I'm looking for, but yeah, I wanted to make this bedroom to look like it belongs to someone that is a little more like, I don't know, I imagine like Ito enjoying this bedroom for some reason. As you can see, I'm going to place a couple of foxes and a lantern on top of one of the plants, so it looks a little bit like a diorama because this plant kind of looks like a tree. Anyways, this room also features a table to play Genius Invocation TCG. This time I used the green mat, and I also placed some more tables with trinkets, and I placed more decorations on the walls than in the other bedroom because this one doesn't have as many windows as the bedroom that we decorated before. But yeah, I wanted the center of the room to be like a playful vibe and just make it cozy, but also feel like the person that sleeps here just has a lot of fun all the time and doesn't have the time to really make the room be very neat. I don't know if I captured the vibe correctly. Let me know what you think. And this is our final room. It's the Inazuma Mansion double room in the 2nd floor. So we start off by creating a partition to separate the 2 areas. This room is the hardest to decorate because it has the same load allowance as the small rooms, but it's twice as big, so it's kind of a pickle to really fill out. It kinda always feels empty when you finish. It's a little bit annoying. So we are going to make a little bit of a big shelf for this living room we are going to make. We are going to use our handy clothing rack to create a shelf using the back of the arrow boxes to make it look like it blends with the tea table and it creates like a bigger shelf. I don't know, I thought it would look like a proper living room if it has a unique piece, and I did something similar to this last year when I created a design for this room which doesn't have a code, but yeah, this one it's different yet similar. Honestly, I kinda like the older one a little bit more because it kind of a reference to Sekiro in that design. I didn't play Sekiro, I watched one of my best friends play it and it was cool, so I kinda imitated one of the rooms in that design. But yeah, that design doesn't have a code, so if you want to check out that design, I'll leave the link in the cards of the video. But yeah, this room is a living room in two parts. So one part has this big shelf furnishing and a kotatsu, a big plant, and a shelf with drinks. So it's a place to lounge clearly. And the other half has a table for calligraphy and some shelves, the clothing rack, our favorite companion during this design madness, and some katanas, and just that already makes the load red. So yeah, this is a shame. I wish we could transfer some of the load capacity from the hallway into this room because it's so big and it's so hard to fill out. Yeah, if you watched this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again some other time. I had a lot of fun making this, but it was also a lot of effort and a lot of time to create this in 2 servers. So I hope you like it. See ya!